What does it mean to trust somebody? What does it mean to have confidence? We talked about the foundation of commitment in the first video, how every good relationship must begin with the foundation of commitment. You've got to start there. In fact, what we're going to talk about next, there's no point in this unless the first one's in place. You've got to have the foundation of commitment. It's got to be there. And do us a favor. If you're going to learn from this series, please hit the subscription button, give us a thumbs up, notification bell on. We love for our channel to grow, for it to help other people, and you can help us with that. Here's the second thing. Walls of confidence. We talk about the foundation of commitment. A house begins with a foundation, then you put up walls. And the exterior walls are like the walls of confidence. You've got to have trust in the other person, in the relationship, but more importantly, you've got to be trustworthy yourself. You can't expect, it's not just enough that one of the parties be trustworthy. Both must be, and it starts with me. If I'm going to have a good marriage, I've got to be trustworthy. If I'm going to have a good marriage, then my spouse needs to be trustworthy as well. If I'm going to have good friendships, both parties must be trustworthy. You've got to have those walls of confidence, but you won't have confidence unless you know the other person is committed. So we go back to the first one. You've got to be committed first. The foundation of commitment. I am committed to this person all the days of my life, no matter what. True in marriage, true in relationships, true in salvation with God. He committed himself to me for eternity. I commit myself to him for all of eternity in salvation. And so a good relationship will have the foundation of absolute commitment. Secondly, the walls of confidence. And these two things really make up the structure of a relationship. You've got to have these two things in place. And so I've got to be trustworthy. Everything I say and everything I do ought to breed more and more confidence in my spouse, in my friend, that I'm always going to do them good and not bad in my life, in my relationship with them. If I lie to the other person, if I do bad things to them, if I have attitudes towards them, how are they going to trust me? It's just not possible. So we've got to start with this foundation of commitment. And then we build, and they're constantly growing and they're constantly increasing, walls of absolute confidence. I trust this person. And time builds that up. As the other person and as I am to them, when we show that we're honest, when we show that we're willing to commit to each other, when we're confident in each other, we've got a real structure of a relationship. Reminds me of Proverbs 31, verse 11, talking about the virtuous woman. And it says, in the heart of her husband doth safely trust in her. And when your heart can safely trust in another person, you can have a great relationship. But without confidence, without that trust, the relationship just won't be great.